What was the last thing you guys heard me say?
Ghost of Tsushima, wondering about ghost playing and how it affects the game, or playing as a ghost and how it affects the game as opposed to playing as the samurai.
Right.
So again, this game has two. Those are the two different ways you can go into situations.
I think so. I know the outfits play a factor as well.
Yeah.
It's like I had all this stuff in my mind earlier, but now I feel like I'm like drawing a blank. So
yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing about this game. Like we barely. I ain't gonna say we. I would say this. We barely see anything about this game like that. Like these reviews are like the most we've seen.
And I love it.
Far.
I love it.
So I'm in this weird space where when I'm getting the game, like I know I'm getting it day one, I try not to watch anything. Like when it comes to reviews, like reviewers love to show like a lot of shit. Video reviews, just,
not young, yeah.
For some people it's fine. Okay, he did it. Okay, because PlayStation Access did a great job too. Rob from PlayStation Access, he did a really good job with his video. Not to show much. It didn't really show the beauty of the game. It didn't really show like nothing about the story or the great moments. I think they said this game maybe has boss fights. I can't remember. But like, so I like the way PlayStation Access did. IGN, they again showing too much. But right. So but like I said, when I know I'm getting the game day one, again I try not to watch too much. But from what I'm hearing, and kind of seeing the game, first of all, the game is beautiful. That's the first thing I will say.
I'm sorry, I was listening, but like I ran across the train tracks right as the train was coming, and I took the full hit of that train. Didn't die. Did not die though. I'm riding in a Camacho. You know, that's a strong ass 4x4. I mean 4-wheeler. So, but so.
I also sent you like the road to Tsushima that
I wanted to
Sucker Punch put out tonight.
I wanted my phone to read that to me while I was driving home, but my phone's been acting kind of stupid and told me I can't do that.
It was just to summarize it, it was I think it was the co-founder of Sucker Punch. He was talking about like the beginning, what led up to the launch of this game, which I guess I kind of knew this, but this game took 6 years to make.
What?
6 years.
Actually, that's not surprising, to be honest with you. Like a big AAA title with some time to actually play, like that's actually not surprising. Especially,
it's a new IP too, so yeah, they usually take that long when they, And he was talking about at first. He said at first when they left Infamous, he said, and this was the kind of, something.
Wait, you said they left Infamous?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they stopped. They stopped. Yeah.
Well, no, that's great. No, I didn't put Sucker Punch and Infamous together. I didn't put two and two together just then because I was actually going to ask if it's if that's how that system works, kind of like with Infamous, like good code, bad code.
From what I'm seeing, I don't think Ghost of Tsushima works to be good. If you play as a good person, you get this in, and play as a bad person, you get this in, and I don't think it works like that. But again, we don't know too much about this game still. I don't, it was real. Right. But yeah, just reading what he was talking about, like I said, like he was like 6 years ago when they finished Infamous Second Son and First Light. Like the studio knew it was time to move on from Infamous.
It definitely was at that point.
Yeah, they was like, even the studio themselves was like, they don't even want to make another Infamous. Like he said that from like when they got through with Second Son, he was like, they was done with that. So they were trying to figure out what to make. The samurai game just kept coming back to them as what to make, because they said for a while they didn't know what their next game was gonna be like for like a good minute. So they just focused on this samurai game, and they just fell in love with feudal Japan, in the 1200s, just being a samurai. They just deep dived into it. And worked in this game for the past 6 years, and to summarize it, they're happy that it's finally coming out. They said they're working hard on the game and for so long, and they've been through the all the trials and tribulations of making the game, as we always hear
right
about. So they just happy that it's finally coming out for people to play.
Which I can understand.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, it feels like to me, it feels like a old school Batman without, you know, detective vision and what's the other thing? Having to fumble through all them gadgets or whatever. Sounds like he just has, you know, it's like he just has like the basic, you know, like your sword and kunai, I guess. Not kunai.
Yeah.
Is that the extent of his weaponry, or do you know if you get more or weapon wheel, or is that
that's
still
the
one of
thing.
those?
Yeah, we don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know.
We don't
Okay.
know.
Like
We don't know
that's how blind
upgrades.
that's how blind we're playing this game.
Which
We
is
don't.
that's beautiful. That's scary.
It was good.
No,
Right.
that's beautiful. Like I think I know more about Outriders that's coming out later. I don't think it's done that you guys know about Ghost of Tsushima, which is a game that's happening tomorrow.
Right.
Great.
Yeah.
So-
It's about the same as like I guess maybe Last of Us Part 2. Like we barely knew anything about this story before we played it, and before we went through it. No spoilers for Sean because
Right.
you don't want to be spoiled for the game. But we didn't know much about this story, and I was generally surprised.
I mean, you're gonna be thoroughly surprised when you find out that clickers can suck dick just as well as a person who's not infected.
What the what?
Why you always fuck with Sean with this? You need to stop.
Because it is hilarious.
I'm appalled.
Stop it.
It is
I'm appalled,
hilarious.
and I'm hurt, and I don't know if I can trust our friendship anymore.
Not trust our friendship.
That was terrible.
But like I said, I'm looking
God
forward to
damn it.
playing this. Infamous, I'm looking at now. Infamous Second Son came out March 21st, 2014. It's the last time Sucker Punch put out a game.
Jesus. Well,
Yeah.
hey, new IP.
That makes sense why it took
all
them
that
6
dang
years.
development stuff and lines of code and stuff. So I would rather
That's
take
tough,
longer
man.
than not.
That's tough. Like again, I feel like a lot of people know how tough it is to make a game, bro. I didn't realize how tough. I didn't realize myself how tough it is making it to the first Last of Us.
You ever want to know how tough it is to make a game, bro? Go find a free Java tutorial and then go through the first 6 lessons. And imagine that times 1,000.
Damn. But see,
Yeah,
that's why you have
that's
multiple
just
You
the
people.
literally
coding.
type lines of code.
Yeah.
Everything in every video game that
It's
we
just
ever play
numbers.
is lines of code supported by maybe some in-game assets or stuff that might come with another system, but it's all just lines of code.
Yeah.
That's insane to me. Even the person just trying to learn this shit. That is crazy. Oh god, he
Like
has
this.
snap reference.
And that's just the
You over by
code.
you,
Like
Kurt.
imagine the music, the sound.
I feel like the music is easy and the sound is easy because if you're making the sound from scratch, then you just record it. If you're making the music, you just gotta find the composers, and then from there,
But you gotta make the perfect sound.
But you gotta make it match what you do in the game with the coding that the person does. Like
if it's
something that slashes somebody with a sword, you gotta make that shit sound real as hell. You know, and then make it
Bro,
work.
you over here
or
slashing the
wind
crap out of
blow.
like melons and
Right. Like you gotta make it
Yeah.
match, and then like the wind that's blowing in the game, or like they have to move the grass just right so it looks realistic. Like, or somebody. I remember they said it's an animator at Naughty Dog. That only his job is to make sure when you shoot somebody, the bullet. You can see the bullet wound on the body. Like the bullet leaves the gun, hits the person, and then when you look at the person, the bullet wound is still there. So when you shot them, the bullet wound is on their body. Like it was
has to be
that's like one person.
like
That sounds like Grand Theft Auto in a
That's
sense.
it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's a lot, man. That's just one thing. Just shooting the gun. Imagine making the character walk right. Make sure they don't glitch out when you do a certain shit. Like or like these huge set pieces in God of War when you're fighting on top of a goddamn dragon or something like that's a lot, bro. Like. Like all that. Think of all the animations in Last of Us Part 2.
That's probably why we don't get gameplay trailers. That's probably legitimately why we don't get gameplay trailers because of those reasons.
Yeah, like we just get the final product. We just get the final product when they're ready to put it on the disc and then send, put it out into the world. Like they're going through like even the Raising Kratos.
But y'all whole team died.
was great. And see what Corey Barlog and all the people at Santa Monica had to go through, put out that game. Like how they said Atreus didn't work. So
that was hilarious when they said that and then showed us.
That?
Man,
that's just a bug. That is a programming bug. That is what you deal with in development on steroids.
They said I remember they said they got to the point where they wasn't even sure if Atreus was going to be in the game, like if he was actually going to work. He's the main focus, and they thought about taking that nigga out.
That would have ruined the whole game.
They would have had to figure out some way to make it work, but like, because I was going to say if an asset doesn't work, it's got to go.
Right.
It has to go, especially if you have to deliver. Like, if something decides it's not going to work, it's got to go. Period. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I mean, bro. Yeah, they say that man.
Either that or it's a security flaw.
Yeah, I mean, he said that damn Atreus. They didn't even want that nigga in the game at a certain point. And then think about the whole
tired boy.
They were, bro.
I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. I give up. I give up.
Fuck this little nigga. I can't get him to act right.
Right. I'm gonna send him with his mama.
Imagine having to design AI. Like, I don't know if they have any pre-designed stuff or predetermined stuff that they can build on, but imagine designing AI.
See, that's hard for me to imagine because I hear all these horror stories about how, when you design AI and then this shit goes horribly wrong. Now my mind is like,
I'm not talking about like the Terminator. I'm talking about like the basic AI, like that makes Atreus jump and fight somebody. Like basic stuff, not like high level.
Well, I feel like everybody at this point, at this stage in the game, needs to be going to Naughty Dog for their AI companion systems because they are like the kings of getting the AI to do what you need them to do when you need them to do it. Because when I tell you, like, Angry Joe had this issue, but playing Last of Us for him, he complained about how like the AI would always kind of like more or less be in his way. But that was not true for me.
That did not happen to me,
right?
At all.
And there were,
there were sections of the game where I was genuinely like, it did fuck me up one time, but I was genuinely surprised because AI typically don't trigger this type of response. So once one of my companions told me, "Hey, to your right," I ignored them because I was too focused on what was immediately in front of me. So when I got ready to turn around, dude had hit me, and then my companion shot the shit out of him. I said, "Thank you, bitch. Thank you so much." But then on the flip side of that, you know how like, you'll play a game and they'll give you a companion, and like they'll say sneak through this area. Yeah, well the companion doesn't suck, but it'll be like sneak through this area. And then, like, you'll sneak through it, but the companion will be in, like, plain fucking view of the enemy, and you're like...
And nothing happens.
Right, and nothing happens. Bruh, the opposite happened in my playthrough in a section. There was a room that had a door. There are two doors leading to this room, basically. Both of these doors also lead to the outside. So I'm on, like, the one closer to the screen, and she's in the room. You know, there's a sound that The Last of Us makes when like an enemy spots you or you're in their line of sight. I heard that sound and got
like the sound from what is it, Metal Gear?
Yeah, but it's more like fucking. It's like putting your head underwater.
Oh.
Yeah, all you hear is. So.
Yeah, and it gets louder and louder as the enemy's about to notice you.
Right. So. I hear this sound and I get the fuck out the room. However, my companion is still in the room. And I'm like, alright, he's gonna come through. He's probably not gonna see her. And when he gets ready to come through my door, I'm gonna shotgun him in the face. None of that happened because when I'm on the outside of the room, like the one closer to my camera, and she's on the inside, Buddy walks in, sees her, and is like, "What the fuck?" And she takes off running toward me through the door, which was still hilarious.
And brings them right over there.
Right, that's why it was hilarious, because at that point he pulls out his gun, starts to shoot at her, and he's like walking forward, and I had a 2x4 ready for him. But it was the fact that she could be noticed that made me feel like, damn, that's really goddamn good, you know? So,
and they probably changed that from The Last of Us 1 because
yeah, they had to.
Yeah, I was gonna say in 1, bro.
I'd be upset. I'd be like, Ellie, what are you doing?
Like, but like, she could be out there and nothing would happen. And I noticed that. I was like, it was so weird.
Right.
And they said they did that so. Cause they said they didn't do that, Ellie would get you caught all the time, so there was no way around it at the time, so they had it designed
what?
Yeah.
And see now I kind of want to play through part 2 again just to see if I can put my AI companion in moments where we both just get caught because of the shit that they do.
So I'm going through it now and again, like.
But you ain't had one of them situations.
Oh, well, no. Well, I've had a situation where the AI did some fire shit and like killed the enemy that was like about to get beat. Like that was dope. That they'll shoot them and kill them. Like they actually help kill people with you.
Yeah, I get that.
That nigga's stupid, you know. Even the enemy.
That's definitely what you want from your AI, though. You know.
Yeah.
That's what you want from your companion AI, because I know people are tired of AI to just be like shooting at air.
Nah, bro, they be shooting. Yeah, they be shooting. And you just be like, "Come on, we gotta fire back."
It's like, what are you hitting?
You're in cover, expecting them to take out the enemies, and he's like, "Come on, we gotta shoot back." Come on, we gotta shoot back. Like, you haven't killed nobody yet. What you mean?
Right.
He's in cover, ducking and dodging just like your dumb ass. Why have you not killed him? Come on, we gotta shoot back. Like
what are you doing, you useless bastard?
Right.
Like, you know, but yeah, but like I said, that's one thing. Again, that's my biggest plus for Last of Us Part 2 is the gameplay. You know, the game. It's just the game. This game is just amazing to play to me.
Right,
so for the second time, it's great. So,
but
yeah,
I'm hoping Ghost of Tsushima can like. I don't want it to be my Sekiro. I really don't. And it's probably not because there are no fantastical. Yeah, there are no fantastical beasts that I've seen from the gameplay that I have witnessed.
That'd be funny if it is.
Oh my
we
god!
just ain't seen it yet.
I would return this game so quick. I would be back at Best Buy within the hour.
Within an hour, bro.
But I feel like these. I like that they're giving us different costumes that have certain abilities and whatnot.
Man, there's so many in the game.
No, I just don't know what I'm gonna like. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, like we don't even know. Like, do the clothes affect your player?
Yeah.
Like,
I think they do. I think they do.
Okay, cool. Okay. Like I said,
I'm just not
sure
that how.
I know the scores are good. Are really good for this game. It didn't get the Last of Us Part 2 praise, but they say it's like another great PlayStation exclusive. And we have to say this is the last one too. This is it. This is the last PlayStation 4 exclusive for the system.
Oh
after
yeah.
That's it. On to the PS5 after this. So, so yeah, the game was good. I mean, graphically it looks amazing. Every time I see somebody playing it and like I see the field of view and the grass, how it be moved, it's like that shit is fucking beautiful. The combat looks good. I think they say you can end somebody's suffering if you choose. Like, if they're on the ground bleeding out, you can go to them and stab them again, just so they'll, just so you can go ahead and kill them.
One thing I saw was is that you can bow to them.
Yes, I think they say you do that from your touchpad too.
Yeah, and I thought that was amazing, or I think that's amazing.
It's a real grounded, like, honorable samurai game. It's not like Sekiro where this nigga's doing all type of flips with a got a grappling hook and
He's basically more of a ninja than a samurai.
yeah. This one you're real grounded. You're real.
Right.
It's real fighting. Like you gotta wait for the point. You got like actual duels. You can like how samurai movies work. You both take out your sword, and then whoever
You gotta take your time.
It's like the quick draw. It's like the quick draw of swords.
Yes, it's like that. And I don't even know how that full system works yet. So, yeah, it's funny. We still barely know anything about this game.
I really think you just gotta like hit them before they hit you. But the way you're gonna do it is like as they move to hit you, you're moving to hit them just a little bit quicker. I don't know. From what I saw, it just looks like you're about to make your move. You're making your move. Now I'm gonna make my move, and I'm just gonna be quicker than you.
Right. They say it's stuff to find in the world, like hitting stuff. They say the side missions are actually really good and actually fit within the story, and not just random shit from the side. It actually fits with what you're doing within the world.
And see, I feel like I might be playing this game for the next 2 months now. right up until. Actually, no, I take that back because Cyberpunk doesn't come out until November. Yeah. So I have a good long minute. I'm about to slow play the fuck out of this game.
That's what I'm saying. There's nothing else coming out no time soon. After this
the Crash Bandicoot thing is coming out, but they're not. So like, there are games coming out.
The new Crash?
Yeah, there are games coming out, but they're not. They're not getting as much attention.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like for the next 2 months, I don't think there's nothing coming out.
Oh, it's perfect.
Until like September. Yeah.
We can end the summer off rather nicely.
I'm trying to figure out when Outriders comes out. Other than the new Destiny expansion, they had nothing, no new or like super AAA titles that I can think of.
That's what I mean.
I don't think Outriders is like until December.
Yeah, so that's it. Like I said, so this is the open world is fluent. Something always happening.
That sounds like Spider-Man right there.
Yeah, they say something's always happening. You'll see people in the distance like doing their own thing, like maybe fishing or just walking and talking, or just you'll see it. Something's always happening.
I hope
so it feels realistic.
I hope that I can affect these people doing these things.
oh hell yeah! He did, like in every open world game. You want to go to him? You might want somebody just pull out your samurai sword.
That's exactly what I'm trying to do.
Oh god, Lennon out here. Lennon's gonna be causing mayhem at the
Lennon the one that fucks with people. Me, I'm gonna go over there.
What you mean? I'm a fucking samurai.
Oh my god, you're supposed to
be out here messing with everybody. All the NPCs gonna like you. You ain't gonna be able to find nothing.
You remember what happened?
You gonna kill all the
Hold on. Do you remember what happened when I played fucking Assassin's Creed Origins and they gave me access to like the poison dart? Man, I had niggas throwing up left and right. Hey, 1 minute they'll be fine, the next minute it'll just be.
Just random NPCs. I mean, like this man right here, bro. But yeah, but I think the only thing I know about the story is that something tragic happens to Jin, I think, and I think he goes after the people who done it.
Yeah, I feel like it's a Kratos thing where they kill his family or something like that, and that gives him a reason to go after them.
But again, like Last of Us, this is the basis of the story. It's not the overall thing that you're gonna be seeing. It's not just that. It's gonna be more than that. They just don't want to tell us. Yeah. So,
dang, about damn time. All right.
Yeah. So yeah, the game. Looking forward to it, man. Looking forward to it. It's just funny that Sucker Punch started the PS4 generation with Infamous Second Son, and they ended with Ghost of Tsushima.
Hey, we went from the future to the past.
They started it with the game and ended it with the game. That's me. Even though I Second Son pales in comparison to the original Infamous.
Of course.
Oh yeah. Second Son.
Oh god, come on! I had 15 motes, bro. Damn.
Even though I really enjoyed Second Son, went through it twice. I got the platinum and everything. Really enjoyed that game. It's not as good as Infamous 2.
I feel like I feel like I'm dropping to like an average player because I do not go for these platinums at all, unless the platinum involves me just
I have
playing
not
the
a
game.
completionist, you know?
No,
No, I'm a
no, I
completionist.
have
I'm a completionist
rules.
because depending on the game, I'll collect everything that I want to collect. The last time I completed a game was Super Guacamelee, the first one.
Yeah, really good game. Really great game.
Casino work? Something's come in.
Right.
But no, see, when it comes to platinum games, even though I guess in our group I'm known as the guy who gets the platinums. I still have rules, like even like with last ones, right? This platinum is really easy. All you have to do is just get everything in the world. That's it. They made this platinum way easier than the first last one. So we had to beat the first last one on the hardest difficulty. On this one, difficulty does not matter. Like you just have to collect everything in this game.
Yeah.
That's all, and the platinum pops. It's easy, you know.
And it's crazy because I never do that. Like I really
wouldn't do it if it wasn't a platinum trophy for doing. To be honest with you, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't. And then just going through this game, I was gonna go through this game at least 2 times anyway. So just going back through it again and seeing things that I didn't see before.
Last of Us.
Last of Us. I'm going through my second playthrough right now. I was trying to get the platinum before Ghost came out, but
speaking of seeing things the second time before, on my way home, I was listening to Music to Be Murdered By, and I don't know if it's unaccommodating or you gonna learn, but there's a line where Eminem says something about a sink, and he uses the words Drano, but the way he says it is like Dre knows.
Yeah.
And I caught that in my I just was like, God damn, M.
see that's what I'm saying. That's such a dope feeling when you catch a line that you never caught before.
Right.
You're like, oh, okay, that's unaccommodating. When he was like, because like I said, he talks about like the sinking shit, but then he says the Drano part, like Drano, like that's
damn
it. That's dope that he does that. Did you ever listen to that Kid Cudi Eminem?
Yeah, I listened to that song at least 5 times since you sent it to me.
Nice.
That beat is amazing. Yes. And I love that title, The Adventures of Moon Man and Slim. That sounds like something Vez would come up with.
I love it, bro. That collab I did not see coming, but I'm glad it happened.
Oh yeah.
Goddamn.
It's always the things we least expect that we love the most.
Yes. Eminem, the way M flowed on that motherfucker. No, he didn't want no yelling, want no triple entendres.
Right.
He was just calmly rapping.
Plain speak.
Yes, but he was still killing at the same time. Especially talking about when he brought it down the coronavirus line.
Man,
what? Like he said something about wearing a mask. Even he complained about people not wearing masks out here. Like that shit was. I'm like, that's what I'm talking about.
Stupid, bro.
It is, though.
Bro, this mask situation is bringing the stupid out of everybody.
What you mean?
I have never wanted, bro. It's bringing the stupid out of people, bro. People are finding the most asinine reason to not wear a mask. Trying to, it's about compliance. It's about subjugation. I won't wear your muzzle, bitch. Shut up. Like I've never wanted to lay face down.
You to wear it when you leave the house.
And for people, not even for you, for the old people, bro. Your grandma. Like, come on. Your grandma and the babies. Because I'm not gonna lie to y'all, but like, you will probably be fine if you get it.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, I wear it at work or whatnot, and it's funny because I know I had to send y'all this, but it's like a video clip, and this dude says, you know, y'all need to stop complaining about having to wear a mask, you know, for like 4 hours after our day. This is what I gotta go through. And this man took off like 3 masks, 2 hairnets, and like a pair of goggles, and then did the stance. He did the stance that says, "What now, nigga?" like you still want to complain? But his job looked like he was a nurse.
Yeah, he looked like he was like a senator.
They
That
have
sounds
to
like
wear
something
that
like
because
a
he's
senator.
around people who
Exactly.
has the
Right.
disease. He has to
He
take
Right.
care
has
of
to
these people.
probably wear multiple stuff because they don't have the supplies they need for suitable, like they don't have what
That's
they
how
need for
hospitals are
suitable protective
full.
equipment. So he has to do that to be properly protected. When if we had or if he had everything he needed, he would only have to wear one well-designed mask. You know what I'm saying?
Bro. How they say hospitals are full out here, bro. Like, this shit's so fucking stupid. And they saying, I saw the other day, they said, like, in Japan, this damn coronavirus is almost non-existent out there because people were forced to wear masks. So now out there, it barely exists. Because
Mm-hmm.
they actually did right.
They did what they're
These
supposed to
stupid
do.
ass people in our country are complaining about wearing a mask. Something that is cheap to buy. They only
Right.
want you to wear it when you go out. You don't have to wear it when
Right.
you're at home. You don't have to wear it when you're driving. Only when you're out amongst other people. Like if you go to the store or if you go to a, you should go to a gathering of people, but people, dumbasses, still doing that. But at least wear a mask though. Like
At least like wear protective, like follow guidelines,
it's,
bro.
it's
Like
so
if you were really
stupid.
that smart, bro, like if you were really like you knew so much about the situation, bro, that you would be the one making a recommendation. You feel me?
Like, bro,
Like
it aggravates me more because it's like at my job, I see how many like COVID specimens come through there,
oh yeah,
and
'cause
it
you work in
makes
a hospital, bro.
that's what I'm saying. So I
That shit gotta
see,
be aggravating.
bro, we get like at least 100 COVID swabs daily from patients, bro, from different people, at least 100 a day. So I see it.
For their whole team.
So
Damn it.
so it pisses me off when I see somebody out here not wearing a mask. I'm like, I be going to grab them and be like, yo, put on a fucking mask, or your damn swab will be the next one to come through the lab because you want to be stupid out here.
That's the
And
thing
they
that
making us
really
work
like.
harder at our job.
That's the thing
We
I
got
was
so
gonna
many
say
more shit.
that really motivates me because it's like I know the last thing I want to do is be sitting on a table looking up at one of my friends who got to take care of me, knowing good and well that I didn't do what I was supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Like if it happens regardless, then it is what it is. But that's the last. Like I know people that are respiratory therapists, dude. Like I've been friends with them through the process of getting through everything, figuring out school and about the stuff that they deal with like at work. And you know how embarrassed I would be to look up from a table at well the one that I know mostly is her name is Sharice. But there's also a girl named Wendy that was one too, and the other one I knew, she went ahead and she decided to be a house wife after her husband gave her the option. So it's just like how embarrassed I would be to look up from a damn table at one of them. That would be the worst feeling. Like that's in life, you just got certain stuff you just have to get over. But that's goddamn golden gun. But that's not something that you get over. That's something that'll be like every time I see them, I'll be ashamed for the rest of my life.
And then just hearing about the stories people go through when they get it, I don't want to go through any of that.
Oh
shit.
yeah, nah.
And then some of the stuff that happens, like the recovery process, bro. Some people like still have to come back because of other issues that they had as a result of that, bro. Like it can cause other shit to happen to you,
Yes, bro.
even when
feels
you're
like,
recovered.
Oh, that shit is like, I don't want to. That's what I'm saying, bro. Just hearing what happens to you when you get it, I would wear a fucking mask every day. If I left the house, I don't want to go through none of that.
Oh yeah.
Well, these folks out here doing, man, I don't get it.
They
And then
think
the
they're smarter.
testing
Like everybody
process,
thinks they're smarter.
Yes.
Well, the
Even
test,
even the test,
no,
I don't go through that either.
I don't want that thing in my
no. Hold on.
brain.
No.
God.
So that's one thing that I actually learned about. That's not true. It's not your brain per
Well,
se.
obviously not. Nothing can actually touch your brain. You probably actually die. But I'm just saying, like as far up, like as far into your nasal cavity as that has to go to get that swab, bro. If you ever had anything go too far up your nose,
Yeah.
that's the worst thing in the world.
I mean, I've had shit
surgery.
go a little too far into my ear.
I got that. That's gotta hurt too. I don't want none of that. But
It's definitely not pleasant.
I've had to like what is it? I had to have cosmetic surgery on my nose to get the bridge fixed after a really bad fight when I was in DC. And like after everything was said and done, I had to go to the doctor, and they had to like cut these spacers out of my nose. Like the spacers were literally sewn into my nose, and they were like as big as, like, take your index and middle finger and put them together. They were about as big as that and a part of your palm. They were just in my nose. This dude had to go in my nose, cut those out, and pull them out without anesthetic. That was the most uncomfortable shit I have ever felt in my life.
Anesthetics? Why they couldn't give you no damn anesthetics?
Because it's not a painful process. The process of pulling it out, and you're sedated when they place it in after the surgery. So it's super uncomfortable, but it's not like, you feel like you're gonna die. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, just after doing that, I don't want nobody in my nose. I don't want nobody sticking no swab that far up my nose. I mean, I know that's only one testing method, but no.
That's what I'm saying. And they said that's the testing process. They gotta stick that way up your nose. I don't want to go through that. I don't know. I'm good, bro. Yeah, but people out here we just got dummies out here, bro. But it's not there for the longest.
Yeah, I thought about that. I thought about all of what y'all just said, because I was like, damn, we're probably the only country in the world who's still being afflicted by this, because motherfuckers don't know how to stay the fuck inside and just live their life. People so concerned about being bored indoors. Man, I'd cut a nigga leg off of it, man. I could stay inside and not have to go to my job, and I'm collecting money.
Damn,
like, and I told one of my coworkers, I said, and I was talking about you when I said this to them. I said, yeah, I got a friend right now posted something on their Facebook talking about some, stop calling me a motherfucking hero and give me more motherfucking money. I was like, yeah, that shit. Because I don't even get called a hero. It's more like, what you doing? Why are you doing this? Like, shit. For me to be a hero, like, this shit is very non-lucrative. And I'm definitely not choosing to do this out the kindness of my heart. I don't understand how clothes are a goddamn essential product. Because if you didn't have clothes before this shit, now how the fuck do you expect to have clothes after?
And how did you manage before? I ain't gonna lie, it's super convenient to be able to order a bunch of shit from like Amazon and shipping services though. I ain't gonna lie, but it's really not super essential, like some of that stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
But this is America, so they're not gonna lock it down to the point where like only essential goods are sold.
Good work.
America.
Hey, this stuff really is easier without the cops.
Yep.
Man.
Alright, Kurt, if you can hear me, you gotta give me a couple seconds, because I done filled up all my inventory slots, and some of this stuff is actually worth keeping, so now I gotta do the thing that you gotta do with Destiny, where you gotta sift through all the shit.
Damn, but
Sifting through the poop.
No, but like I said, final thoughts before the release of Ghost of Tsushima. Oh, okay.
Ghost of Tsushima, I think I don't know what I'm expecting to get out of this game.
I told you it's the same feeling I had before Horizon came out. It's the same exact feeling. And I hope I enjoy it, and I hope it blows my mind like Horizon Zero Dawn. That's what I want to happen.
That was a very
it's what's the word I'm looking for?
But I wasn't, like I told Landon a couple of weeks ago, Sean, when Horizon came out, I wasn't hyped for that game.
What?
I got it day one, but I wasn't excited when I got it. I wasn't hyped for it. I just got it because it looked good. So I was like, let me get it. So when I got it, I was so glad I bought it. I was like, this game is fucking amazing. That's how I want Ghost of Tsushima to be like. I want to be the same way.
I don't remember how I felt about
single trophy to get on that game with platinum, and all I got to do is that.
I don't remember how I felt about
hunting games.
About
I got to play them Horizon.
About Horizon.
Before it came out, like the day before it came out, or the week of. I just know I wasn't hyped. I wasn't. I thought the game was gorgeous. I said the robot dinosaurs are cool. That's cool. Dope
That was very beautiful. It's a ridiculously beautiful game.
Right.
Scary.
But it's always like that. For not for most. Well, some games you are excited for before they come out, but until you play them yourself instead of watching it on YouTube or whatever you're watching it at, it's two different feelings. You play it.
Yeah.
Controlling your hand. So I just know when I got Horizon, I fucking love that whole experience. So I want the same to happen for Ghost.
Yeah.
I wanted to
I don't
see
want
my
it.
expectations. Make me glad I got it.
I just hope it doesn't become my I just hope it doesn't become another Days Gone for me. So
Man, no, that's a perfect
because that's how
analogy right there.
that's what
Days
I've been trying to
Gone.
that's what I've been trying to say. Like it's being treated like Days Gone, to be honest with you. Like
Yeah.
not really given enough
Like
yeah.
Cause Days Gone. That's like two different ends of the spectrum too. We got Horizon Zero Dawn, a game I loved. Then we got Days Gone, another open world PlayStation exclusive game that I did not love. I thought it was fine for what it was, rather than love it like I did Horizon.
Right.
I want to go Tsushima to give me that love like from Horizon. I not what a Days Gone feel that for Ghost. But I was just trying to get through the shit that I enjoy. I enjoyed Days Gone, I definitely did. But shit, it's not the type of game I'm gonna recommend to people, or if somebody just got a PS4, I'm gonna be like, oh yo, get that Days Gone. No, I'm not gonna say get that Days Gone. No.
Right.
I would never say that to somebody. All the PlayStation exclusives I can tell somebody to get, I would never say, hey, get that Days Gone. Make sure you get that. No. That shit for like probably $10, $15. But it's but like I said, I want to go Tsushima and give me the Horizon. That's what I want. Because I already see the game is beautiful. There's my look at it. It's like
I was about to say gameplay is like it's looked great since they announced it. You know?
yes, no downgrades. Like I remember the first time they showed it. The first time I noticed was that grass. That fucking grass was. Goddamn.
Yeah, that grass was on par with water.
I'm telling you, bro, that grass.
That grass was on par with water.
Beautiful. It was.
Oh, that's another thing. Did they say we could swim or not in this game?
I don't. They haven't said it. I don't know.
Ooh, I'm a little terrified
we haven't seen much of this
now.
world at all. They said the world is huge.
Oh yeah.
The world is
Yeah. You know what else is huge? The map on Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Oh man, I'm gonna tell you, I watched some gameplay for that game.
Okay, what you think?
I was not impressed.
I was gonna say I don't
okay.
feel like anything good is about to come out of Rob, especially after you told me what he said. Especially after you told me what he said about Ubisoft Forward.
Right.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
All I heard was that Rob said it was bad.
Yeah, people. Yeah, that was the general consensus. Ubisoft Forward was pretty trash. The only games I saw people cared about from that whole thing was
Far Cry 6. Yeah.
And our Far Cry 6 show was the fucking trailer. They didn't even show gameplay. It was just
They did.
the intro of the game.
Oh no! I'm sorry. You said Far Cry 6. I'm thinking Assassin's Creed.
Oh,
they
yeah,
showed
no,
30
they
minutes
showed
worth of
that
gameplay.
really good.
There's a lot of gameplay for Assassin's Creed. Far Cry 6. I think they said that's the intro movie of how the game starts.
Yeah. No, don't get me wrong. I'm looking forward to this Valhalla because it is. I don't know. It's just like it's the same thing, but the most of it is fresh enough for me to want to play it. Now, one thing I still feel like I need to do is get back to Odyssey and beat that, but still, like, I don't know.
Everybody's got that lingering game.
Oh man, my backlog is. Woo.
And then London has a couple. I think I got one.
I might have to just drop some shit.
Yeah, but I plan on getting back on my one eventually one day. But
Actually, for me, what is it? What's the name? I need to finish up Star Wars. I need to finish up Jedi Fallen Order.
What?
And not because it's bad, but because I just haven't gotten back to it. It's been because of how precise you have to be and how loose the controls are. It's kind of been a little bit of a rough experience for me, but it has been like an enjoyable game, and it's just really different. It's been a little hard for me to adjust to, but like I enjoy playing and I enjoy it when I can like figure stuff out. But unfortunately, that game is so terrible. Where like so many elements of that game have been spoiled for me.
You said the game has been spoiled for you?
A lot of elements have been because it's just been out so long, and so people just be throwing stuff out there, like assuming that everybody's played the game. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
it's just like no.
The game came out like a while ago.
Yeah, no, it did come out a while ago, and I can understand that. But it's just like, dang, like just little stuff. It's a buzzkill when you're not even trying to find something, and you find it, and it's like, well, there goes that story on it.
Yeah, my one is Sekiro.
Damn.
You still haven't finished
Yeah.
that?
I
have no
think
idea why
I
I
made
thought
it
you
to
did.
the. I think from what I saw, I made it to the last quarter of the game. I made it that far, but other things happened. I think Resident Evil 3 came out, then Last of Us Part 2 came out. We got on Borderlands a little bit. This other
That's
game just
one.
got underway.
That's what y'all need to go back and finish.
Oh man, yeah.
Boy, y'all left that game in the dust, bro. I done beat the hell out that game.
Blame Last of Us, bro.
Man, you
Last of Us
played
Part 2,
played it way more than we ever could. I felt like every time I logged onto my system, Sean was playing Borderlands 3, and I just was like, bruh, I thought we were playing this bitch as a team.
I'm sorry, I did not know that was how we were going to do it. Like, I was happy to collab, but I did not know that we were supposed to experience the story.
Sean was like that episode of Family Guy. Ooh, a piece of candy. Ooh, a piece of candy. Ooh, a piece of candy.
Bro, I'm telling you, like, I got into the story. It's like, the story is great. Like, twists, turns, ups and downs, weird little stuff that you don't quite expect, little tense moments. The story is absolutely great. And then you find out these great guns, and then they came out with that free DLC thing that you can run over and over again and get like the most ridiculous weapons I've ever seen so far. So it was just like, it gave me so much stuff to do that was so engaging. It was a fun, engaging gameplay on top of a dang good story. I was just like, I was happy. It was like, that's all I need in the game. I don't need all this other stuff. Give me a bunch of stuff to do and make it make sense, make it reasonable, make it engaging. Like, they did a really good job with Borderlands 3. I'm sorry. And then I was already a Borderlands fan prior to. Like, Borderlands 2 was one of my favorite games to ever exist. You know what I'm saying? So it's just the follow up, and then honestly, I was gonna say they said they were never making another Borderlands after 2. Like, they said they were done with the IP.
Yeah, it took a long time for 3 to come out.
And then out of nowhere, it's like, boom, Borderlands 3. It's like, oh well, hey there.
And for what I've seen, a lot of people was very satisfied with Borderlands 3.
Bro, they just spawned a cop car on the train tracks that I'm using to like avoid the police.
Wait, so did the cop car get hit by a train though?
No, I mean, there's no train in sight, but I just thought that was hilarious.
But yeah, like I said, man, Sekiro, man, again, great games. Just that game was long too, and that shit can make you exhausted fighting boss after boss that is hard as fuck every time you fight against them. Like, it's a yes, because it's made by the people who made Dark Souls. They just made their own samurai game within Dark Souls.
Y'all, I picked up goddamn Bloodborne, and I cannot get past the first part.
See?
Oh,
I hate that damn game. I literally cannot get past the first part. Like, I put it down for a while just because most what is it?
I don't blame you, bro.
I don't blame you. I was gonna say, the thing is, I picked up Star Wars and Bloodborne at the same time, and so the Star Wars is designed not so much to be a Souls experience, but it's a less forgiving experience than most. It's a less forgiving combat experience than
You mean more forgiving?
No, it's less forgiving. Like, I feel like
Star Wars is less forgiving, or are you talking about Dark?
Star Wars has been less forgiving than God of War. Because with Star Wars, with God of War, if you decide not to duel back and forth, or you don't have to do that, then you can just overpower the shit out of your enemy, unless it's a boss fight. With Star Wars, you're dealing with a Padawan who, wasn't able to complete his training. He's kind of a really awkward kid, kind of plods along when he runs. Like, if you ever watch Cal Kestis run, he runs like an angry child stomping across a yard. Like, he doesn't run like a warrior. So you kind of got this awkward semi-Jedi.
Semi-Jedi.
Because he's a Padawan. That's the unfortunate thing about the story.
Semi-Jedi.
Like, he is still a Padawan that wasn't able to complete his training because of Order 66. So he's no, he's pretty agile for what you get. But it's basically it's an underdog story. And it feels until you get to a point where like you unlock a lot of his abilities and start to master the combat a little better, it feels like an underdog story. You know what I'm saying? So I got that game, but that game's definitely not as bad as Bloodborne. Hell no. But I got both of those games at the same time, and I tried to play them both, and I was like, I can't do this.
I don't know, maybe because I'm more acclimated to playing Star Wars games, but I did not think that game was hard at all. I creamed through it almost. I mean, I stopped a little bit at like the only thing that ever really stopped me were like the puzzle bits, and I felt like some of those were maybe glitched out or glitched, because I swear there was something I needed to do, and I did not know how the fuck I was gonna do it, because I was like this makes no sense.
I've had that feeling a few times. But it's like just for me. And then I made the mistake of playing it on Master, because
what the fuck?
or starting out like Jedi Master, because they were just like Jedi Master was for somebody.
Yes.
No, wait, hold on. It's something after Jedi Master. It's like Jedi Knight, and then there's Jedi Master, and then there's something easier than Jedi Knight. But I was just like, the description said for people who are acclimated to melee combat games. I was like, okay, I've done that a lot. Let's go do that. And then the game was like, fuck you.
Oh, shit.
Not today. So I had to move it back down to night. But it's an experience I definitely want to get back to. And the good thing about the aspects that have been spoiled is that you just if you're smart and you're able to just kind of avoid stuff. You see glimpses and pieces of something or a description from a video that a YouTuber made trying to be super relevant, but you don't actually go and get to experience it until you actually play it. So that's the good thing about it, and it's a game that's worth doing. But worth doing that. But what's the name? Bloodborne? Nah, bro. I got my powers. Like, I woke up, we did the blood contract thing. I done got my two little weapons, bro. Passed the tutorial. I feel like
you're only
like the first
saying
part
this.
of the town, and then there's like a street where you got to kill a bunch of guys. I cannot get down that street to save my life.
What? I think I have to see this. I think I have. What? Oh no, you're talking about Bloodborne. Oh yeah,
Bloodborne.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You talking about that street? Yeah.
I've done that same street too.
And the thing is, like, I'm trying every little thing. I'm trying to figure little stuff out, bro. But that street is beating my ass.
Now, like, oh my god, wait a minute. It's a shamble on my screen. Hold on.
Everybody going through it.
Wait a minute. Hold up. You talking that first long street full of enemies?
Yeah, bro. Like, you go through you fight all the way through like the town to a degree, and then you got that long street. And at the end, it's like some big thing that's on fire, and they're all congregating around the flame.
Oh, I know exactly
like,
where he at.
Like right out of the gate. That's
right.
The beginning of the game.
Bruh, dude,
Bruh.
You know what's so funny about this?
What?
You haven't even made it to the first boss of that game.
Bro, I know.
You're too far from the boss of that game.
I just started the game, and I cannot get down the street. And I was like, oh god, this is the beginning. What is the rest of this game like?
Oh my god.
Oh god.
This is great.
It's not great. Well, stop fucking saying that.
I'm loving hearing this.
Oh my god.
I'm loving hearing this because he can't get past the fucking street, bro.
But it is what it is.
Like,
I can't.
I mean, shit. Everybody else in the game world had they fucking door locked and closed.
You knock on that door, bro. Ain't nobody. You want to open the door on the hunt? What is? I don't even know what the hunt is yet. Jesus.
Now, Sean, just to let you know, I died on that street too. But this your first time playing like a Dark Souls type game, right?
This is my first time playing a game that falls into that category, the Souls experience, quote unquote, which kind of bugs me. Like, why do you label an experience? Why do you label?
It's made by the same people.
Because it's made by the same people.
Okay.
And it's like its own genre now.
Yeah.
Those type of games aren't made for you to just go through it and just be so good that you're not. You're supposed to die over and over in those games. So you
You're
can
not
learn how to
supposed
get
to.
better. Yes, you do.
You're not.
Supposed to.
You're not supposed to. You can if you go
Come
into
on
it.
now.
No, because if you play a game and you go into it like, all right, cool, I'm gonna watch the strategy of this thing. You can practically play it without dying. Saying that you're supposed to die in order. No, because you can learn without having died. Is what I'm saying.
Have you seen somebody do that in a Souls game?
Yeah. There have been people.
You see somebody go
Have you
through
seen
the
somebody
game
do that in
and
a
not
Souls game
die?
going fresh out? Not some
See,
YouTuber
Sean
that's
asked the
played
right
game.
question. Fuck you,
I was
Sean.
gonna say, have you?
Yes.
Not
that's what I'm
no.
saying. I'm
seen,
about to say.
like not some YouTuber
Bro,
that's
I've
done it
seen-
30 million times
No,
and it's just
nigga.
like, watch me play Souls unharmed. Like what?
No. That means they go to the game. I'm talking about somebody who picks up a Souls game, and this is not even their first Souls game. It could be their second or third one. I've never seen somebody go through a Souls game on their first try and not die. That is impossible. I've never seen that. Somebody who's gone through the game multiple times, yes, you can get past everything without dying. Them people are the real psychopaths. You call me a psychopath for just beating it. The people who want to go through without taking damage, those are the real psychopaths. Now,
Oh yeah.
I was telling Sean this because
Somebody did it without any type of armor, man.
What?
Yeah, they're
Like all they had on was they fucking underwear, Sean. Underwear, a sword, and a fucking shield.
Down. Why can't you even strip down that far?
the souls.
Because their armor matters in that game.
It's a video I hear of the 2 weapons you get at the beginning of the game because you get multiple weapons throughout the game. Somebody would go through this game with just those weapons you get at the beginning and just have those for the rest of the game.
Mm-hmm.
That is crazy.
Wait, what were the beginning weapons? Because I don't remember.
I think it gives you some options. Like you can choose it.
Isn't like a wooden shield and some other suck ass weapon?
Is this Souls?
Right.
Souls you're gonna get a Souls you're gonna get a sword and shield. Bloodborne you get your melee and your
boom stick.
Basically, that's basically what it is. A boom.
That's a thing you gotta learn how to do too. That's a
But that seems like an easier thing to do. And the only reason I'm saying that is because I've played games where you gotta like hit the counter.
At the perfect moment.
Yeah.
Now, but I was telling Sean this, like, okay, from how I play Bloodborne, especially on that long street, I played it where I would kill a couple of
I
enemies
remember that.
and then run
the
back.
fuck away.
That's what you're supposed to do. You don't go through those enemies and just try to get to the next objective. That's not how you play Souls games.
I'm gonna say there's a theory in well, actually it's not a theory because I actually saw an article on it the day after we talked about it. You remember how you asked me in Last of Us 2 if you could just like avoid encounters by running to it if you knew where to go? Someone made an article about that, and that's not something you can do ever in the not Last of Us, in Bloodborne. But you also can't use my method, which is just a brute force your way through the enemies, because I'm the type of person, I'll attack them all at once and just, go from there.
They'll fuck your ass up.
They really will. It's bad. Like,
yeah, so that's how those games are slit designs. Okay, just for example, that street, just that street is wrong. You're supposed to get through that street as far as you can without getting hit. So go through the street, fight enemies. When your health starting to get low, run back to that lamp. Rest, get back up, run down the street, get further every time.
But every time you go back to the lamp, the enemies come back.
That's how but as you're going down the street, you learn how the enemies fight. They don't do new moves. They're gonna fight you the same way or the same way.
The point is
they did.
So the point is to go through and get better each time. But I don't know, at the same time, that's really tedious to not be something that I'm applying like to a skill that I'm going to use in real life. Like, I mean, that's just tedious to me. Like I'm gonna get back to it and give it a shot just to kind of see where you get. But that is a very tedious gaming experience for me. And I don't like we went over this before. I don't mind a hard boss fight, stuff like that. I don't like tedious experiences.
You went to
That's
the
the thing.
hard boss fight.
I just gotta get to the hard boss fight. You know what I'm saying? So
You gotta get to the first boss fight, my guy.
basically,
you gotta get
that's what
there.
I said. Like that's what I'm
I
trying.
wanna
You know,
say the
that's what I
first
gotta do.
boss is like
Ooh, this guy tracking.
right after that not after that long street, probably good.
Nah, he's super far
You gotta
away.
you gotta get further within that city.
Curtis, I know this is taking a really long time, but I promise you I'm trying to work this out. But the game actually gave me like decent crap. Like it gave me decent stuff, and I'm trying to figure out what the fuck to do with these things.
Damn, man.
Cause I know that I'm telling you, one of the best feelings in the world. I said this a little bit of time. It's when
Beating
you
one of them
level up.
bosses.
Being one of the bosses is the best feeling in that goddamn game.
Fuck that king on the roof. Fuck that king on the
I saw
roof.
somebody stream that once. That did not look fun.
No,
Like,
the king on the roof?
King on the roof?
Yeah, fuck yeah, nah,
my
man.
share play was A1. Well, anyway, for this whole game, that boss on that roof, and mind you, this nigga is optional. You don't even gotta fight that
Right.
nigga.
I don't think we learned that until after that fight.
Later, bro. Like,
You learned you put all that effort into it and learned you didn't have to do it later on.
You didn't have to do it. Cause the game doesn't tell you that. Listen, the game does not tell you when you're going the right way, when you're fighting an optional boss,
Or whether you're going to an optional area.
Nope, it does not tell you.
So you just out there.
Yeah,
Yep.
you just out there, bro. Just progressing forward as you go. Like you in Bloodborne, like, even in Sekiro, you can completely miss an area if you don't turn left instead of right. Like if you turn left instead of right, you'll miss a completely optional area. It gives you 2 ways to go. If you don't make, and then like you'll forget about that right, and you'll never see that whole area. It'll just be over there.
Oh damn.
Like that's how the games are designed, bro. You missed a whole area just because you made a left instead of a right.
Can you imagine that? Like, I would be mad. I'd be mad every time.
I would be a little upset too.
And then think about it the other way. You could make that right instead of the left, and you realize you're in a whole optional area that is hard as fuck, and you don't even gotta be there. So
Right.
through the story, you're like, oh my god.
So like both sides of the coin are designed to fuck you up. You can struggle with the enemies to the left, but that's where you gotta go. Or you can struggle with the enemies to the right and get something that may or may not help you later on down the line.
Right.
And just so you know, Sean, that game has like 3 different endings.
It does.
Boy,
So,
never.
did they ever say whether or not Ghost of Tsushima had 3 different endings?
Would that be
Or
something
just
that they would allow
different
them to put out?
endings? Well, I'm gonna cut it right here.
If I made a game, I would keep that quiet.
I'm gonna cut it right here and just say I can't wait to play this game. It is 3 in the morning. I'll be waking up in about 6 hours to go get this game. And no, because my Best Buy opens at 10, so I wake up at 9, leave at 9:30. Yeah. Right. Man, I ain't finna be like lazy. I ain't finna be like lazy over here, but yeah, so with that being said, this has been episode 19 of the Dopest Podcast, part 2. I really gotta like reset this router, I guess, because shit just keeps cutting off. But follow us at Backlog Gaming on YouTube. Follow me at the other L on YouTube, and we'll see you guys next time. Later.